What's going on? This is Martin, owner and trainer Fuller Fitness, and similar to the last video, one for whoever saw the last video, I did not and am not doing the exercise I said I was going to try to do. I was going to try to do that, and for some reason it just felt really heavy, heavier than it should have. Just trying to warm up, and again, that's the good thing about warming up. You do your warm ups, and certain things just don't feel right. Um, Almost regardless of how many sets you try to do, and you try to do something else to progress in a different way and to not hurt yourself. But with this video, is to ask if any of you ever, and as far as I know, it's not a big deal if people do or they don't or whatever, but is to ask if you guys ever do decline bench press, which I've been doing for a while, not as long as I should have or could have, or again, I probably shouldn't say should have, because again, I don't know if it's necessarily a big deal for those who don't necessarily do it, and I rarely see videos anywhere of anyone doing it. Whether that's a bad thing or not, I don't know, but that was just a question that I have for the small number of people that I have that are subscribed on my YouTube and that are following me on Instagram. So for me, I believe I got 235 on there. So I'm about to do a set with that, or at least I plan to. It's going to be annoying if I can't today, but again, I'm not entirely afraid of failure, but I should be able to do this, and hopefully I can today. Alright, so again, not to say that anyone has to, should, or whatever, but it's just one of the things that I do in terms of what I enjoy doing. The fact that I enjoy doing it, especially doing it like that, because whenever, for those of you who saw me do decline chest presses with dumbbells, it's kind of funny, for me at least, but it was just scary and annoying to do that compared to anything else with decline, due to not having a spotter. I'm at home, so I'm at home, and unfortunately I don't live by myself, but even though I don't live by myself, the person who currently lives here is rarely here. So, and even if he was, I'm not sure necessarily if he can spot me anyway, because he doesn't really have experience with this stuff. He's strong, but I don't know if he's strong enough to help me with the crazy stuff that I do, because he doesn't do it. Not necessarily that he can't. He said it's boring to him, which almost caused a fight between he and I when he blurted that out the first time. But yeah, just curiosity on whether or not some of you guys actually do decline bench presses, decline dumbbell presses. And the good thing about doing that, like I said a little while ago, is just when I do it with the dumbbells that I got sitting here, think my max so far, due to me not having a spotter, was 120. But no, actually, I think I did 125. I think my max was 125, and I believe I can do more than that. But one, to press the dumbbells, and then two, to get back up here without dropping the dumbbells, hurting my elbow, hurting my wrist. If the dog is close by, accidentally dropping the dumbbells on him. So with the bar, I shouldn't have to worry about as much of that, and usually not any of that. So again, it was just a curiosity on whether or not some of you guys do decline. And before I leave, I'm gonna do it at least one more time. So again, that's 235. I almost at 75 for some reason, but that's 235. And yeah, this is just something that I like to include into my chest workout. How about you? So, one, asking that question, and then for two, for those who are interested in online personal training and interested in increasing their strength. Not that 235 is worth bragging about, and I doubt that's my max. I don't think I've gone heavier than that, especially at the gym. Because, oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to mention. So, depending on where you get your, excuse me, where you get your racks, I'm not sure if you can tell, but one of the reasons it's annoying for many of us, if you can see, so see that hook where you re-rack your bar. Have anybody ever noticed how annoying it is to take that off when you don't have a spotter? I'm glad I thought about that, because that's one of the other things I wanted to mention. Just the fact that at the gym, which I think I understand why, but at the gym, the hooks on the benches and even some of the old school squat racks is the base that you put the bar back on has that angle to it, to where it makes it so much harder to put it on and off, especially if you don't have a spotter. At least for me, maybe it's just me, but that's another thing that I don't remember thinking about all that much here, especially seeing that I just started doing certain things using a bar again. So for those who heard me say for years that I don't do, or who asked if how much I can bench on a bar, using a bar, because you've seen me do, some of you have seen me do chest presses with dumbbells for the last 2 or 3 years, and possibly longer, especially for those who are in and from Rochester, New York, like I am. And they would ask whether or not I use a bar or not, and now I am, because it's just I love doing different exercises with dumbbells, but in terms of going as heavy as some of us want to go, it seems like the heavier you go when it comes to dumbbells, the more likely you are to get hurt compared to when you go heavy with the bar. As long as you're not going too heavy, moving too fast, and if some people actually have a spotter compared to the dumbbells, um, I think I pressed 153 or 155 pounds on each dumbbell, and I love doing it, but I feel so nervous doing that, especially if, when I was at the gym and I did 150 for the first time, there was a bunch of people there, but I did. There was a bunch of people at the gym that afternoon, but I looked around and I don't remember seeing anybody in there that I thought was strong enough to help me, especially seeing that for those of us that are kind of strong, usually we need two or more spotters to try to help us with certain things. So I looked around East Border in Rochester, New York before I moved here in Amherst, New York, and I didn't see anybody, and I could be wrong, but I don't remember. I had been going to that gym for 2 or 3 years, and I don't remember there being many, if any, that go to the gym in the morning or the afternoon who are strong enough to help me. So now here I am in 2024, and it's just like, you know what, man, I want to be able to press certain loads with dumbbells, and I believe I can press certain loads with dumbbells, but sometimes, and that's true for all of us, sometimes you either need help, or sometimes you might not necessarily need it, but it just seems like it's a really good idea for you to have it. So excuse me for one moment while I do my last set here. And yeah, that's another thing. So one, I'm doing more sets than I usually do, just one more set than usual. On top of, for those who didn't see my last video, I mentioned doing one less workout per week, per month. So instead of doing 36 workouts per month, now I'm doing 32 workouts per month. I think it's 25 workouts per month. So Monday through Friday, go, do whatever it is that I'm doing. Heavy, light, likely heavy. And then I got Saturday and Sunday to recover, especially being 38 years old, and not only to be 38 years old, but I do this stuff by myself. I'm recording by myself. I'm lifting this stuff by myself. I've lived in Amherst, New York for going on 2 years, and probably gonna stay. I'm not sure, but doing this stuff myself, having fun by myself, trying to help you guys by myself. Not that I need help helping you, but yeah, just different angles, and I think a lot of people know that by now. Guys have been doing it for a long time, but now ladies are starting to do it too. So whether you're younger or not, whether you're male or female, and you're interested in online personal training, and then depending on how your schedule meshes with mine, for those who are interested in live online workouts to where we can see each other the way you can see me now. You will be able to see and hear each other, and then I can actually see the equipment that you have without depending on you sending me a message telling me what kind of equipment you have. So if it's live, it'll look similar to this, to where not only can you see and hear me, I'll be able to see and hear you, and then I'll be able to see what equipment you have to where I can make better suggestions and live suggestions towards what to use, how to use it, and stuff like that. So again, whether you want help, you need help, whatever your situation is, especially this time of year, I will put the information below the video to where you can hire me with that link for a minimum of 90 days. And then obviously if you message me on Instagram, send me a direct message on Instagram at Fuller Fitness BNY. I can put that information up below the video as well. But send me a direct message for any questions, comments, or concerns. And like I said, I'll put the link at the bottom for you to, if you want to hire me for at least 30 days. You can hire me for longer than that if you feel confident and interested in doing that as well. But, excuse me, depending on what the goal is, especially in terms of strength, instead of trying to rush. And with online, you get multiple workouts per week, per month anyway. So, again, it's 90 days minimum when you are trying to do a certain program. So within those 90 days, you're probably going to get, what, probably 75 workouts within the 90 days, possibly more, depending on what kind of discussion we have towards what you need and maybe even what you want, and help you get to where you're trying to go. So again, I'll put that information at the bottom of the video and try to help you get to where you're trying to get. And remember, don't rush it, because again, at 38, I'm doing certain things for the first time that I wish I would have done at like